Hello everybody. Hey, look what I just got in. It's a Scaletrains 40-foot PS1 boxcar. And I believe this is based on the molding from Mike's Toy Trains that Scaletrains bought. But this is available from White River Productions. I don't know if they have any more of these still in stock. It was a limited edition commemorative car. And those who watch my channel know me know I love commemorative cars. Because I have for a bunch of stuff. Clubs, short line railroads, other magazines. And but White River Productions owns railroad model Craftsman, and they also they do a lot of magazines really and books. My favorite, HO Collector. This is the premier issue. I have every issue they made, and unfortunately the next issue to come out will be their last. They announced, and they're going to go to like a yearly format or something. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but this is my favorite magazine of all time. The HO Collector was like going to my childhood, every issue. But anyways, let's get back to the car. So I've never built a Scaletrains 40-foot boxcar. I built their 50-foot boxcar kit, but let's get into this. Show you the parts and everything. So you get the plastic shell. Oops. So this is the car. Nicely printed. Black roof. It has the brake detail in a nice bag that you can save and use to put other parts in. And you got your little bag of bits and whatnot, parts. You got your couplers, brake wheel, and the screws. Some friction bearing trucks with all metal wheels. Very nice. Now the doors, I believe the doors you can assemble it so they open. And then you got your floor, your weight, and your roof walk, which you have to cut off. So let's start building this thing. Okay, so according to the instructions they give you, the only thing you need is a sharp hobby knife, Phillips screwdriver, some glue, and small tweezers. And hey, look, bing, bang, bing, a boom, I've got those. All right, so first thing they say is to put on the weight. So this just goes, it's got these little slots. It fits right there. And hopefully I will do this nicely on the camera and not look like a fool. But I'm not going to hold my breath. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So you get 3 sizes of screws. The biggest screw is what holds in the weight because it has the biggest, looks like a built-in washer, as you can see. So just do the other side. I'll turn it this way because I'm trying to shoot around the camera and see what I'm doing. I'll put this. Looks like a pretty straightforward kit. A little more complex than the blue box, but not bad. And this is my favorite thing to do in the hobby, is building rolling stock. If I could just have a layout that was running behind me or around me and just build cars every night, I'd be happier than a pig in you-know-what. All right, so let's go on to part 2. All right, now you flip the car over. As you can see, there are holes right there and there, here, 2 over here. And these have little, your brake detail has little posts on them everywhere. And because it's going to be a pain to do this with a camera in front of my face, I'm just going to show you that's the placement. And I'm going to use the thicker Tamiya glue actually for this, just a little touch. I'm going to glue that in place, off camera. This way you don't have to watch me mess around for 5 minutes and bump in the camera and everything else. Okay, I got everything glued on, the brake detail. Little touch of glue on the little mounting posts. So that in went nicely. You know, you just take your time and everything. Like I said, it has holes. You can't mess it up. So now we'll do the couplers. And the only reason I'm doing the steps I'm doing is just because the instructions say to do it that way. Just so for the video, I'm just going to do it the way Scaletrains says to. And I'm going to use their couplers. I know some guys may not like their couplers. I've not had any real issue with them to this point. So we'll just go ahead and use, these are the plastic couplers. So press that down in a little better. There we go. There's a spring action. Whoops. Camera focus on my hand, I'm sorry. But we'll put the coupler in there. Come on, coupler, work with me. Like I said, this isn't too easy when you have a camera in front of you. There we go. Hopefully I'm getting this on camera correctly. And the coupler covers have little pegs on them that fit in little holes. So you just line that up real easy, like. You're a little closer. Like such. And we have little screws. Put that in there. Get our Phillips screwdriver. And just screw it in place. It's just tight. And the coupler should spring back and forth without too much issue, and it's too tight. So we'll just back off on the screw a touch. It's a little more. That seemed to do it. Okay. And I'll do the other side. And then we'll move on to the next step. All right, couplers installed. Next step, putting on the trucks. Now, normally I paint the wheels a rusty brown color, but like I said, we're just gonna do the simple build with this video. So here's our two last screws. And I use tweezers because I usually do a great job of dropping screws on the floor. Just get our Phillips screwdriver again. And screw that in. Make sure that it's, you want to be tight. You just want a little bit of, want this to move freely, but not a ton of wobble. I don't like a lot of wobble. Well, I guess it's going to be that way. But there we go. And I'll do the other one. And then we'll move on to the next step. Now, according to instructions, they say to install the floor or the chassis into the body. But I'm going to instead put the roof rock on first because I want to be able to go inside here and put a little dab of glue where the walkway posts stick out. And you have on the end of the car too, right here, little holes to catch the roof. Let's see, get some good light on this. Oops, I apologize for that. Okay, see how that has just a little bit of a nub on the end, the supports? Those go into the body. So we gotta make sure we line that correctly. So just pan out. And hopefully, as always, as I do this, I do it correctly and it goes smoothly and I don't say any, shall we say, off, whoops, any okay, that goes in pretty easily. but might have to bend these out just a little. Get them to go into place correctly. There we go. Let's check this side. So I'm just bending up the tip just a little bit to be able to get the car or the supports to go into the car body. And that's not going very smoothly. All right, let me play that a little more off camera, and then we'll glue it. I'll glue the roof walk in place, and then we'll mount the floor. Okay, as you saw, I had no problem getting this side on, the roof walk, and getting the little pegs lined, but I had a heck of a time, whoops, on this side. Let me get a light a little closer. Now on the left here, no problem. The right, I had to really finagle that thing, make the hole a little bigger with a knife. I kind of chipped the paint off. It's not too bad, but it took a little doing. But you know, when you build kits, sometimes you run into a snag. And you know what, before we put the floor to the main body here, let's just go ahead and put on the brake wheel. They kind of tell you put the brake wheel on like the second to last, but I'm gonna do it now. So hopefully this goes in smoothly. All right, whoops. And we'll just kind of wiggle it in. There we go. That was blurry, wasn't it? But there's your brake wheel. Okay, now we'll put the floor and the body together. Now the brake wheel's on this side, and you want the brake cylinder right here to be pointing that way towards the brake wheel. If anybody disagrees, hey, that's what the instructions say. Oops. So let's just turn this over. And let's see how much I struggle because I'm looking to the camera while I'm doing this. Spreading the body out just a little bit. Let's see, it just needs to go this way a little bit. There we go, just snapped into place. So now, turn over here and you can see this side. All we have left is to do the doors. Okay, now we're gonna put in doors. And by the way, this is take 3 because I can't get the door to go in correctly. But anyways, so you're going like this, you put it to the roof line. And I think you wanna curve the bottom, you know, push and bend the car a little bit, snap it in place. Oh. And they said it will open if you got it right. There you go. Okay, it's gonna be interesting doing the other side. All right, let's do this again. See how this one goes. Put it in here. And then you bend this. Kind of curve the bottom inch a little. Push it in. Is it me or the kit? I don't know. Maybe I'm tired. There we go. Woo. All right. Now this, I always the doors closed because I want the printing to show. But there you have, let me just drop this down a little bit. There we have the Railroad Model Craftsman's 90-year commemorative car made by Scaletrains. Like I said, I believe this is the Mike Toy Trains boxcar, which never came in a kit. They sent them to you pre-made. Just want to close that door just a little bit. There's a gap. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so I hope you enjoyed seeing me build this. And like I said, if you're interested in this, I don't know if they still have more left in stock, but you can check on White River Productions website. And yeah, it was a fun little car. I mean, you know what? Was it the easiest build? Nah. Was it really hard? Not really. You know, just had to toy around with it a little bit. But came out nice. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.